Hey guys, I don't know how well you can see me. It's a windy morning here in South Carolina. I just got a bit of news I wanted to share with y'all. I'm going to pick up a car I've been looking for the past 15 years. It's actually in really decent shape. It's been sitting for about a year or two, and it is a 1936 Ford four-door sedan that my grandfather built in this garage in 1978 to about 1983, and paying a hell of a lot of money for it, but I think it's a damn good car. I've always been looking for it. I've been looking for it for probably 15 years. My grandfather, he wanted it back and he never could afford to buy it back, and the guy that he sold it to would not sell it to him. He offered him like $5,500 back in the 90s and he would not sell it. The guy was a total dick. He wouldn't work with my grandfather on it, and years later I guess he sold it, and somehow it ended up in Florida near Gainesville. So that's where we're headed today, me and my buddy Joey. So stay tuned, and maybe I'll film on the road a little bit if I can. loaded, got her bolt. Got a few nicks and a few things going on with it, but nothing we can't take care of. It's been 30 years since it's been released. A few things here and there going on with it, but it ain't nothing new we can't fix. So it's fared pretty well over the past 30 years. Well, it's time to hit the road. Here it is. This car is a 1936 Ford. It's not just any 1936 Ford. This is in fact the car that my grandfather built in 1978 to about 1982. He sold it in the early 90s because his wife came down with leukemia. And years later he tried to buy it back from the guy he sold it to, and he wouldn't sell it. And since then it's passed around probably 4 or 5 times. Gone through different owners. And it ended up in Gainesville, Florida. And I had been looking for this car for about 15 years. And I seen it in 2016. And it was $16,000 at the time. And it was listed again this past year, and for some reason I keep searching for it every couple of months, keep looking for it, and I never could find it. But about a week ago I searched for it again, and finally it popped up again, and I jumped on it. Not much has changed on it since my grandfather had it. It has had a few changes, like an electronic fuel pump. Somebody's changed out the mirrors on it. It did have both mirrors, but they're now gone since this year. It did have a mirror right here. You'll see it in the pictures this evening. The interior's been redone at one point. My grandfather redid this interior, but somebody has changed it up and put a different color interior in it. It's got a few things like this battery here. You can see the ground behind this battery. You can't really tell now because it's on the trailer and it's kind of dark, but if the sun was out you could see like nothing but ground there. There's like 2 straps holding it in, and there's no lid for it. The lid's gone. And I'm not sure if that's the original location for it or not, because there's another location under the front passenger fender for the battery, so I'll have to see if that's the original location or not. You can still see my grandfather's writing on here back when he owned it and maintained it. Like I said, he built this car, and I think he got it in 1978 for about $300. It was sitting in a field for at least 20 years, and it was basically, the top was crushed in. I think it had been rolled. I have a picture somewhere of it. And he redid it over the course of about 3 or 4 years, and everybody in my family knows this car. And my grandfather, he always wanted this car back. He never stopped thinking about it. But he passed away in 2012. So now that I got it back, I'm going to start maintaining it. It's been sitting for about a year or two behind a shop in Florida. The head gaskets are almost blown on it. The head gaskets are seeping it externally, and it's got a few other things that it needs, like it has no spark, but that's just sanding the points. It needs a few electrical things, and one of the main things besides the head gaskets is the seals are leaking. Glass is cracked, and yeah, it's got water damage here and there from the glass leaking, the seals are leaking. I haven't tried to start it or anything yet. Like I said, there's no spark. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting this car on the road hopefully soon, so stay tuned. I'm gonna post pictures tonight, and I'll post some old pictures as well from back in the late 70s, early 80s, and mid 80s. So anyways, thanks for watching.